There are many reasons to go out and buy a brand new car. Better insurance rates, a lack of mechanical issues, and of course, that lovely new car smell. But there are some pitfalls to consider when buying a brand new car, chief among which is depreciation. New cars tend to lose a lot of their value as soon as you drive them off the lot, but with careful shopping and research, you can enjoy a new car for 5 to 7 years without losing too much cash. Since crossovers and SUVs are the most popular vehicle type on the market, we're going to go over the 10 vehicles that lose the least value over the course of 5 years. Before we get into the list, be sure to check out carbuzz.com, where we've compiled a huge list of all the best crossovers and SUVs on the market. So at number 10, we start off with the Subaru Outback, losing 50.1% of its value over the course of 5 years. The Subaru Outback ranks a little worse than the industry average of 49.6% depreciation over 5 years, but it makes the top 10 because of its well-earned reputation for reliability and longevity. While there's a market pretty much anywhere for a Subaru Outback, the best resale values will be in areas where the Outback sells well, areas like Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire, which are geographically close to each other and are known for their cold weather and outdoorsy lifestyles. The Subaru Outback may not have the best resale values if you live in Miami, Florida, but if you live near a Colorado ski resort, you'll probably get a lot of money when you go to sell it. At number 9 is the Toyota Land Cruiser, losing 48.6% of its value over 5 years. Traditionally, big money vehicles like the Land Cruiser lose a lot of value quickly, but this vehicle has such a legendary reputation for its off-road capability and reliability. Toyota will no longer sell the Land Cruiser for the 2022 model year, but if you bought one new back in 2021, you have a great resale value on your hands. Old Land Cruiser models are selling for big money on auction websites right now, and we predict that the outgoing Land Cruiser generation will be a future classic. At number 8 is the Mercedes-AMG G-Class at 45.9%. Mercedes is not a brand known for high residual values, but the G-Wagen is in a class of its own. Like the Land Cruiser, the G-Wagen is renowned for its exceptional off-road ability and reliability. But unlike the Land Cruiser, which is more of a stealth wealth vehicle, the AMG G-Class is all about showing people that you've got cash in the bank. There is a long waiting list to get the AMG version of the G-Class, which comes with a 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8, producing 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. Buyers are willing to pay well over MSRP for this vehicle, so if you can nab one at MSRP, it should hold its value extremely well in the coming years. At number 7 is the standard Mercedes G-Class at 45.2%. Pretty much everything that we just said about the AMG G-Class still applies to the non-AMG model as well. At number 6, we step way down in price with the Honda CR-V at 44.9%. Family vehicles like the CR-V are the meat and potatoes of the car industry, and although the CR-V isn't flashy, it does everything it needs to very well. It's refined, has a good cabin, it's very comfortable, and it has a spacious cargo area. The CR-V may be classed as a compact SUV, but it's more than adequate for a family of 4 and still usable if a third child is growing up as well. At number 5, we go a little bit larger with the Toyota Highlander at 44.6%. The Toyota Highlander has been serving larger families since 2001. Back then, many SUVs were built on a body-on-frame design, so building the first car-based midsize crossover was a huge gamble for Toyota. The move paid off, and the Highlander has now evolved over the years into its current form. The Highlander now faces stiff competition from the Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade, but unlike those Korean options, the Highlander offers a frugal hybrid version. With that Toyota badge and frugal hybrid model, the Highlander stays ahead in terms of resale value. At number 4, we look at a slightly smaller Toyota model, the RAV4. Toyota is the brand to beat when it comes to resale value in crossovers and SUVs, with the RAV4 beating out the Honda CR-V. The best-selling non-pickup truck in the United States in 2019 is also the third Toyota to appear on our list. Despite the massive sales numbers, the RAV4 holds its value well with each passing year, boiling down to its longevity and reliability. No matter how many RAV4s Toyota sells every year, there's definitely a resale market for them used. At number 3, we have our final Toyota of the list, the 4Runner, losing just 36.5% of its value over the course of 5 years. The 4Runner might be one of the oldest vehicles in Toyota's lineup, but it's also one of the most reliable ones. The 4Runner is the type of vehicle you'd want in a zombie apocalypse because it will not die no matter what. It's far from the most modern or frugal model that Toyota makes, but in terms of resale value, it's in a class of its own. At the number 2 and number 1 spots, we have the Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, losing just 31.5% and 30% of their values, respectively. The depreciation curve of the Jeep Wrangler is simply staggering. For comparison, if you spent $35,000 on a brand new Subaru Outback, the number 10 vehicle on this list, you would lose about $18,000 of its value over 5 years. If you spent the same amount on a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, you'd lose just over $10,000. In fact, if you bought a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited new, there's a very good chance that you could turn around and sell it the very next year without losing any cash. The Jeep Wrangler has a die-hard market that is always thirsty for vehicles, whether that be new or used, and there will always be great resale values to be had on this classic off-roader. We really hope you've enjoyed this look at the 10 best SUVs and crossovers for holding their value. Let us know in the comments section what other lists like this you'd like to see from us, and as always, be sure to check out carbuzz.com for more car buying information. We'll see you next time.